Hi friends, this is Selvajang here. Welcome to my networking channel. Hope all are doing well. And today the topic I'm going to discuss about IGMP. So what is IGMP is a Internet Group Management Protocol, which is a registration protocol in which the host use IGMP to register with the router to join or leave a specific multicast group. For that reason, we are using IGMP. And IGMP classified as three versions: version 1, version 2, and version 3. So in version 1, router send membership queries every 60 seconds by default. So here is the router R1 I configured as a router, and R2 and R3 I configured as a host. So always router every 60 seconds it will send the membership queries by default, and the host will respond with the membership report. So these are the key points you have to keep it in mind. So why the host is responding with the membership report? If it want to join any specific multicast group, it will send a membership report. So to illustrate with scenarios, what I have done, I have created two groups. I'm going to create two groups, and whenever R1 launches any specific multicast application on this and this group, host 1 will respond with the membership report. So that is the purpose of IGMP version 1. So it is a communication protocol between router and the host in which the host will register with router to join or leave a specific multicast group. So now let us go to the individual configuration R1, R2, and R3. First, let us configure the directly connected interfaces. Then let us enable the multicast routing. So I'm going to show how the membership query and the membership report communication between this router works. So let us go to the R1 and let us configure the directly connected interfaces, right? So go to, before that, first and foremost thing, we have to enable the multicast routing. So let us enable the multicast routing. Now let us configure the directly connected interfaces. So interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0, IP addresses 192.168.1.1, 255.255.255.0, and let us activate the interface. So let us quickly configure the interfaces. Then we'll configure with the multicasting commands. The second one is 0 by 1. So the IP address for this is 2.1. So I configured in such a way. So this is the router interfaces I'm configuring 0 by 0 and 0 by 1. So let us activate the interface, right? So then let us go to R2 and let us activate the interface, and R3 let us activate the interface. And R2 also, first and foremost thing, I will enable the multicast routing. IP multicast routing I enable. Then let us go to the configuration mode. Interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0. It's 0 by 0, right? Let us see the interface 0 by 0 1.2 IP. So the IP address is 192.168.1.2, 255.255.255.0. Let us activate the interface, right? So now let us go to R3. R3 is 2.2. So let us go to R3, go to the configuration mode, activate the multicast routing. Then let us go to the interface fast Ethernet 1 by 0, right? So this is 1 by 0 and the IP address is 2.2. So the IP address is 192.168.2.2, 255.255.255.0. Now let us do a no share. So the first thing we have configured with the directly connected interfaces. So then now let us enable the PIM and IGMP mode. So IGMP version 1 we have to configure, and also PIM is for communication between the router and the host. So these two protocols I have to enable for IGMP version 1. So let us go to R1 and this corresponding interface. So the interface is faster than at 0 by 1, and let us activate IP IGMP. This is the way you have to activate version 1, right? And then let us also enable the PIM version. So IP PIM sparse mode will enable. I will in later videos I will explain what is the sparse and the dense mode. Okay, so I activated the interface and I activated the PIM and the IGMP protocol, right? So similarly, let us go to R2 and let us activate it. Go to R2, go to the configuration mode. So interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0, IP PIM sparse mode, then IP IGMP version 1. Similar way R3 also. Go to R3, go to the configuration mode, interface fast Ethernet 1 by 0, IP IGMP, it is version 1, right? And IP PIM sparse mode. So these are the way we have to configure. So 3 points you have to keep it in mind. First I have to enable IP multicast routing, then IP IGMP version 1 since it's a version 1, and third one is IP PIM for communication between the router and the host. So IGMP is just a registration protocol, and PIM is used for delivering the multicast data to the destination. So for that reason, we are using PIM and IGMP. So in IGMP version 1, router will send the membership queries, and the host which want to receive any specific multicast traffic, it will send a membership report. So which is interested, only the interested receivers will send the membership report stating their interest in receiving this multicast traffic. So now let us configure the group. Before that, what we can do, let us start the packet capture. So let us start the packet capture, and also let us start the packet capture on this corresponding R1 and R3 interface, right? So in both the ways, I have configured I activated the packet capture. So now let us filter by IGMP, right? So let us filter by IGMP. Similarly, on the second thing also, I'll filter by IGMP. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, so now for this corresponding thing, I'm going to create two groups. This group, so a host one will join this corresponding multicast traffic group, and host two will join this corresponding group. So in such a way, I'm going to do. So let us go to R2, go to the configuration mode, and the specific interface. Interface is faster than at 0 by 0, IP IGMP join group. So that means the host want to receive the corresponding multicast traffic for this group. So 224.0.1.40, right? Similar way, let us go to this faster than at 1 by 0. So go here, interface faster than at 1 by 0, IP IGMP join group. So this want to join this multicast group. Okay, so we are done with the things. Now let us see. So now you can see immediately, you can see the traffic flow. So what happened, it is sending the membership query. So 1.2 is nothing but a host. It is sending the membership query on this corresponding destination multicast address. That address is 224.0.0.1 membership query, and correspondingly it will receive the membership report, right? 1.2, it is receiving the membership report for this corresponding multicast group. So that's the thing I configured. 1.2 want to receive the traffic for this group, so it is sending the membership report. Similar way, let us check on the other one. So other one also you're able to see, right? 239.1.1, it is sending the membership report stating their interest to join this specific multicast group. So that is the traffic flow you are seeing here, right? So now let us see the traffic flow. Let us do debug IP IGMP, and let us do debug IP PIM. So let us do the debug IP IGMP and debug IP PIM. So both the protocols you have to enable. So these are the ways you have to enable the debugging. Debug IP IGMP and debug IP PIM protocol. So immediately you can see the queries, right? So it started sending the membership query. So R1 is sending the, so R2 is sending send general query on this corresponding fast ether interface, and it is receiving the report. Received V1 report on from 1.2 for this corresponding group. So you are understanding, right? It is sending the query, and R2 is sending the membership report. So that is the flow you are seeing here. R2 is sending the membership report, and similarly, let us check in R3. So R3 also, see, it is sent V1 general query on faster than 1 by 0, and it received the V1 report from 2.1 for this corresponding 224.0.1.40. So this is receiving the traffic for the 224 multicast group. So these are the groups, default group. Show IP IGMP groups. How to check it? So there are the two groups. This is a default group 224.0.1.40 is always a default group, and this is another group I have created. So R2 is interested in receiving the traffic for this group, and R3 is receiving the traffic for this corresponding group membership query 239.1.1. So that is the purpose of IGMP version 1. So that is a traffic flow you are seeing here, right? So coming to R1, it received the V1 query from 2.2, and it is set to V1 report, right? 224.0.1.40. That means it is receiving the report. You can see here, it is sending the query, and it is receiving the membership report for this corresponding group. Similar way, let us see from the other end. So it is sending the membership query and receiving the report for 239.1.1. The report is received from 2.2. You are able to see, right? Internet Group Management Protocol, and this is a version 1. Version 1, and the type is a membership report. And this is a multicast address 239.1.1. So these are the key points you have to keep it in mind in coming to IGMP version 1. So it will always send the So assume R1, I am launching two multicast applications. So one application is joining this group and another application is joining this group. So host which want to receive the multicast traffic for this group, it will send a membership report. And this host is want to receive the traffic for this. So it will send a membership report. So the only one disadvantage of IGMP version 1 is there is no leave group message. What does it mean is leave group is, so whenever if I'm removing any specific group, there is no leave group message. It will not send any leave group to the R1. So that means the router does not know which host is not interested. For example, this host one is not interested in receiving the traffic for this corresponding membership group, that is multicast address. It will not send any leave group message. So that is a disadvantage of IGMP version 1. So key points you have to remember is router send the membership queries every 60 seconds and host which want to receive the traffic will send a membership report. So that is the benefit of IGMP version 1. So these are the queries you are seeing, right? Set the general query and it is receiving the event report. And each and every time it will set the report delay time for each and every specific group. So these are the key points you have to keep it in mind while coming to IGMP version 1. So if let us remove the group, let us go to R2 and let us remove the group. You can't see any leave group message. Fast Ethernet 0 by 0. So go here. So interface Fast Ethernet 0 by 0. No IGMP. So I'm just removing this group and let us also go to R3, go to the configuration mode and interface Fast Ethernet 1 by 0. So no IGMP. So no IP, IGMP join group 239.1.1.1. So in such scenario, what happened? You will see that it will remove the record, but you will not see any leave group message. So it will not send any leave group message to R1. So that is a disadvantage of IGMP version 1. So now let us see the group. Show IP IGMP groups. So IGMP groups you are able to see it 239, 2 after some time it will automatically disappear since I'm removing this corresponding group. So this is a default group. So these are the key points you have to keep it in mind while coming to IGMP version 1. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. Thanks and have a wonderful day. Thank you.